Everybody, I want you to meet Beatrice. We can wave to Beatrice. She's just down the block, probably up on my bed. And I want you to meet Kina. We can wave to Kina up in heaven. She's probably sitting on her throne watching us. Beatrice and Kina are as different as night and day. Kina was feisty and independent, and she wouldn't let me hold her for more than 20 seconds. Beatrice is a love, and she's shy, she's skittish, but she won't start her day without a hug from Mama. But guess what? These two dogs have something in common: the way they express their emotions. How do I know when my dogs are happy or excited? How do you know when your dogs are happy or excited? They're wagging their tails. They might be in that little play pose, come play with me, or they might even be smiling at us. It's pretty easy to tell when they're happy. And how do we know when our dogs aren't so happy? Sulk, their tails are tucked. They might be looking away. It's very, very evident when our dogs are happy, they're up, and when they're not so happy. I learned something fascinating a few years ago. We were working with a dog trainer with Beatrice, and the dog trainer told me that if Beatrice was scared of the bicyclists, of the roller skaters, that I could lift her tail to remind her that she was okay. Her body posture would inform her mood. How cool is that? Guess what? We're not any different. We feel our emotions in our bodies, we express through the body, and our body posture informs our mood, and it informs our day. So how do we show excitement? We smile, right? We, what's that? We laugh, right? We might bounce, and the arm pump, right? We all know this one. And how do you know when somebody's not so happy? Well, they might be looking away, they're slumped, right? Very similar to the dog. You know, we've all seen these studies about smiling, or many of us have, that smiling actually makes us happy. Dr. Zanjak in 1989 postulated a theory for this. What he said was that the shape of our face affects the temperature that's flowing in our brain. And it turns out that a cool brain is associated with positive and happy feelings, and a warm brain is associated with negative feelings. How cool is your brain? Amy Cuddy, a social psychologist and professor at Harvard Business School, talks about body postures and how they affect the hormones, the happy ones, the sad, the ones, the cortisol that stresses us out. And if we're walking around like this, how do you imagine it might affect us? She suggests that we hang out in this kind of posture every day. Since 1988, the incidence of prescribing antidepressant drugs has gone up 400%. 400%. That's a lot. What else is happening since 1988? Personal computers, the internet, email, cell phones, texting, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, video games. What's the position that we're in when we're doing all of these activities? Slumped over. The posture of our body impacts our moods and informs our day. So next time you feel yourself a little bit down, or you're sitting at the computer hunched over, sit back, or being down on yourself, stop, smile, assume the Wonder Woman positive pose, and if you're really feeling crazy, jump. Thank you.